What up YouTube, welcome back to the channel. My name is Arrow, and in today's video we're going to be checking out when cops get saved by civilians. And I'm not talking about normal civilians, I'm talking about hero civilians. Other than that, if you guys do enjoy, make sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, turn on that post notification bell. Other than that, let's hop into this video and see what we got.
Here are 7 instances where cops were saved by hero civilians. Meet John Lally, who on November the 11th of 2023 was traveling on US Highway 59 on his way to work when a squad of police cruisers rushed up behind him. He didn't know what was going on until just feet in front of him a white car had wrecked into another vehicle and swerved to stop in the middle of the highway. As officers surround that vehicle, which contained an armed carjacking suspect, John pulled out his cell phone and began recording to show his boss why he would be late to work. And moments later, chaos erupts when the suspect begins to fire wildly at police.
What am I about to see?
Get the f out! Do not move! Do not f move! Do not move! Do not move! Let me see your fucking hands now! Let me see your fucking hands! Dallas, this way, bro, this way!
Gunfire. Yo, is he hit? I wonder why they blanked it out. Maybe regulations? That's a lot of fire. Ooh, he's hit. Oh, shoot.
Come on, you're okay, bro. You're okay. You're okay.
There's one more in there. Okay.
Yo, that civilian, he came out of nowhere and grabbed him like a military crawl.
Gibson, how we doing, bud?
Bro, bravo. Not gonna lie, that takes a lot of balls.
Hey, come this way. Come this way. Come this way. This way. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Get up. Get up. I got you.
That's so awesome.
Come on. Come on. You're okay, bro. You're okay. You're okay. Over here. Over here. Right here.
See, and that's just the thing.
You're
Like,
okay. Breathe. Put your gun down.
I kind of want to know his
You
background.
okay?
Just shaking.
You'll be
Low
all
key.
right. You'll be okay.
I'm breathing okay, I think.
Like if it's military, if it's previous law enforcement, like somebody in this kind of content in this situation being this content had already had the experience of
After
something like
witnessing
this.
Officer Gibson fall to the ground,
Gunfire,
John rushed
stuff
into
like
the
that coming at
crossfire
him.
and
I
dragged him
mean,
behind the car to
military
safety.
people are all
John
over.
later reflected
Oh.
on the past incidents where he himself had been shot.
It can switch
and
just from
remarked in an
civilian life to
interview
military
that as
life
soon
like
as
that.
The man was shot, he could immediately feel his pain. While John had tried to help Officer Gibson manage the pain until EMS arrived, the officers on the front line were still struggling with the suspect, who, though gravely injured, was still reaching for his firearm.
Suspect's down, he's still moving around.
That's the citizen, right?
Citizen.
Come on!
Move out, move this way.
Hey, that white car!
White car.
White car!
That's insane.
We make sure we clear this car first.
Southbound lanes with you, right? As long as they're going to be able to get you
Come
through.
on, move up with him. Move up with him.
Anybody in the white car, your hands up!
Anyone else inside the vehicle, keep your hands up.
Hey, boy, we can't see on this side.
It's like almost suicide.
Come behind you guys. I got you right here.
Suspect, you can hear us. Do not reach for the gun. Let it go if you can.
Car's clear, car's clear.
The suspect died soon after as a result of his injuries, and Officer Gibson, on the other hand, was rushed to the hospital.
I
and
don't
treated
doubt
for a
he's not, like,
non-life-threatening
did you see how
bullet
much
wound to the leg.
gunfire
The rescue
was
later
being
posed
shot?
surprise to interviewers after they found out
Like,
that John actually didn't
somebody's
have the best
definitely
relationship
dying in
with
that
law enforcement
situation.
and
That's
had been to
probably
jail
like a whole
million times,
mag
according to
on both
himself.
parties.
Police Chief Troy Finner found the turnaround remarkable enough to make a comment on it at a press conference, saying that people make mistakes, but a reformed individual is one that we can use. He stepped up and other citizens stepped up, and he doesn't want that to get lost. But John ultimately said that he was simply at the right place at the right time.
100%.
A great show of teamwork and communication from John and the Houston Police Department.
I will say in that matter, I mean, it definitely takes somebody with a background to, how you'd say, handle that situation calmly when there's that many gunshots ringing out. I mean, you seen that girl on the ground, she was shaking, like she had no clue what she just experienced. And I mean, a lot of people like in that predicament would be in the same route. So I mean, like, respect to that guy for even like putting himself out there to help that cop in the time of need, and as well as distress. I mean, that takes a lot. That takes a lot out of somebody to do.
But for the next rescue, the officer really had to depend on civilians helping him, as he was the only officer at the scene of a fire.
That girl just looks like out of it.
On October the 26th of 2018, police receive a call about a vehicle that had crashed into a tree along Route 130. The caller advised that 2 women were trapped inside and that a fire was starting underneath the hood of the vehicle. That's when Officer Torres arrives on scene, and the car is surrounded by a group of Good Samaritans who saw the wrecked vehicle and came in to help.
Must have wrecked out, flew through there and hit a tree. So I'm assuming.
130 and Finnegan. I got it, buddy. I got it.
What you going to get? Oh, probably a glass breaker, did you say?
That's a formative.
Oh, seatbelt cutter.
Can you come out? Are you able to step out?
You want to let me pull it out? Come on, huh?
Anyone in the area 130 Finnegan? Take it to 75 for the signal 4.
Get this door open, man. Get him out to the hinge. Come on, guys.
And it's wedged.
Are you able to pull out? Can you get this shit?
Come on, get her out. Tell her she's good. Be careful with her. Be careful.
The passenger was able to climb over the driver and out of the vehicle, but the driver seemed too disoriented to move and was wedged.
Yeah, she
behind a
looks
deployed
completely
airbag.
out of it. Especially going through an airbag situation, I mean, I've had airbags go off on me once, but like, that would be rough seeing flames come through. But yeah, no, I've had airbags come off on me once, and it completely disorients your whole reality. Did they get her out?
Car's on fire. You got it? Here you go.
Respect to those people though that actually stopped and willing to help. So sad to see that people don't, like, how you'd say, help out people in a time of need, but like these people, it's the right people that step up at the right time. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that would just drive by.
Homie EMS as well.
She lost control.
Who saw? So who saw? Anybody see it?
No way. Don't get in my house. It's my house right there. I was in the back. And
Do me a favor, man. Who you live over there?
my wife and kids.
Can you start calling them, tell them to get out?
Yeah.
And then tell her.
Yeah, you want me to go do it?
Yeah, and can you tell the neighbor too to get out? No, and nobody here saw what happened?
I was just driving around. I heard everything that happened. I heard the car just going right into the tree. I was just driving around. I saw the car on fire. And I just stopped like that.
Everybody's trying to give their narrative at once. See, I respect the people that want to go be a cop, but I would never do it. That's not for me.
Too bad. You gotta wait.
You know what I mean? I feel like there's a lot going on all at once, especially on those scenes. I mean, it takes a certain with a really, really strong mentality to be able to handle something in that situation and a calm mindset. 100%.
Okay. All right. Can you just tell them to get the neighbor out as well?
All right. Yo, can you call her and just tell her to get the neighbors out, please?
Dude, instead of recording it, dude. Hey, do me a favor. Instead of recording, start calling people, man. All right?
No te preocupes. Gracias a Dios que ustedes están aquí. Eso nada. Eso es cosa que.
How long was that car there before? Because
What happened? I heard boom.
I saw whoever parked, and then I see this car here. Vehicle 2 is going to be Alpha Tango 754 Tango. Alpha Tango.
Giving a license plate off.
Do this. Just move over here. Just one.
Man, that car's engulfed. And just think, if nobody would have stopped, they would have been trapped in that, 100%. And if those law enforcement officers weren't there on time, or even within the area, it could have been way worse. There could have been fatalities.
All right, thank you, buddy. You good? All right, thank
I
you.
mean, so many other,
Yeah.
I'd say, options that could have happened there.
Good too, man. Don't
And
worry.
best
Thank
one
you, man.
happened. I mean, everybody's safe.
Joshua Sandoval would later recount his thoughts during the ordeal in a news interview, saying that he just kept pulling and pulling and pulling, and that he knew he had to get it open. That they were human beings, and it wasn't a matter of thinking about it, it was a matter of getting it done. Firefighters on scene tended to both the fire and the victims until paramedics arrived to transport them to the hospital, and both victims would make a full recovery and later be released. It's unlikely the officer could have made that rescue alone without the help of everyday heroes.
I definitely do believe, though, that there's a lot of unsung heroes out there that don't really get credit for the things that they do, and a lot of people that like are willing to help no matter what. But I mean, it takes somebody with a lot of courage to walk up to a burning car and be willing to try to rip that door off. Because at the end of the day, I just feel like in those like predicaments and situations, there's a lot of people that are going to pass, but there's a lot of people that are like double guessing themselves. So I mean, at the end of the day, seeing like stuff like this really put your faith in humanity. Like there's people out there that are still willing to help you, whether you wear a badge or not. You know what I mean? People are people, and I think that's how people should look at each other. Because at the end of the day, there's no difference between anybody, whether you're wearing a suit, whether you're wearing a uniform for law enforcement, a firefighter outfit, you know, military gear, all that kind of stuff. Like nothing sets you apart. Take all the stuff away, and as well as put people in regular clothing and take away the bank, bro, everybody's the same. That's simple.
And likewise, the next lone officer found herself in a similar situation when she was overwhelmed by a crazed suspect.
On the fucking vehicle now!
Like that guy's mad.
On September the 10th of 2022, Officer Wright initiates a traffic stop on a car that's going 57 miles per hour in a 35 mile per hour zone.
You're gonna get pulled over for
later
that, my guy.
identified as 64-year-old David Kubek, and he wasn't too thrilled about being stopped.
Bro, you do the wrong, bro, expect to get caught.
812 radio traffic
I
stop.
mean, that's a 50-50 chance you take when you want to speed, whether you're gonna see a cop or not.
Lost Nation in the airport.
And if you see a cop, get over it.
Henry,
You get pulled over, get over it, bro.
One.
You did the wrong. You know what I mean? $57 and a $35, that's not acceptable. 100%. Ooh, there's a Fox Body Mustang right there.
Hello. Moxerai will be placed on it. Reason why I'm stopping you to speed. 57 and a 35.
Oh, 57 and a 45. I thought you just said 57 and a 35. 57 and a 45 is like, what, 12 miles, 13 miles over the speed limit? Still a justifiable ticket.
Why are you getting out of the car, sir?
Why is he getting out?
driver's license. 12 radio, this male just stepped out of the vehicle. Step over here now. Have a seat on the ground. Have a seat.
Why has he got gloves on?
I'm not sick. Back off. Back up. I'm not sick, mother. Physical. Put your hands behind your back. I will tase you, sir. Touch the vehicle. Put your hands on the fucking vehicle now.
There's a lot of nice cars that are passing. Oh, shoot. Oh, you know this guy's gonna pull up. That guy just came in and body slammed him. Atta boy.
Radio, send me unit. Roll over on your stomach now.
The guy that just hopped out his legs.
Get off now. Get your arm behind you. Put your arm behind your back.
He's just holding on to that one leg.
Get your cuffs, get your cuffs.
Shut up. Shut up.
You don't
Dang,
do that to a
look
woman.
at all of those
Do you
people that
understand
helped.
me? Pop or not, you don't do that to a woman.
He must have just been really having a bad day, but like, you don't treat people like that, especially law enforcement. When you're pulled over, like, they take that as a threat. I'm just very impressed for all the people that hopped out. Like, that was like 6 people that hopped out.
Stand up. Walk back to my car.
Now you're going to jail at this point. Was that all worth it just for a 13 mile an hour over the speed limit speeding ticket?
David was transported to the police station and charged with felony assault on a police officer and resisting arrest, as well as several traffic
Felony
citations.
resisting.
He initially pleaded not guilty, but agreed with his attorney to change his plea at the second plea hearing. However, once at that hearing, he continued to deny any
People
wrongdoing
escalate things
until a
farther than
judge
it needs to
threatened
go.
end it and take the case to trial.
Like, that would have literally been
After
a
some
simple
begging,
speeding
David's
ticket.
lawyer convinced him to finally plead guilty to a lesser charge of attempted assault on a police officer, and in February of 2024, he was sentenced to 180 days in jail, followed by 3 years of probation. He was also ordered to attend anger management classes and be mentally evaluated.
Dang, low key, he caught a chart of charges. Like that, from a simple traffic stop, from a simple citation, he escalated it to 180 days in jail, a felony, also anger management classes. Like, he would have been in and out of there probably 25-30 minutes with that cop, and shoot at him a ticket, all that kind of stuff, and you'd have been on the road and out of there. Man, bro, people need to just take a step back for a second and realize their actions before they actually commit them. I feel like, though, people have a tendency to escalate situations on their own, but I do feel like, though, there are a lot of people out there that will escalate situations and factors like they don't even need to be escalated in. Like, just hand over your driver's license. If you need to take a seat and they ask you to take a seat, take a seat. Just obligate to it, because their day is just like yours. If you're having a bad one, you're gonna give them a bad one. It's no point. No point. I feel like, though, that's not uncommon, though, for people to escalate situations to a higher standard than they actually need to be at. Like, simply just obey the order of the law enforcement officer that's dealing with you on a traffic stop. You'll be in and out of there with a ticket. I mean, either way, shape, or form, 57 and a 45, you're destined to get pulled over from that. And that goes for like any state. Unless you live in like Phoenix, Arizona. They don't really care about that unless you're doing over 100 miles an hour. That's about it.
Just imagine how the encounter would have gone if there were 2 suspects.
Dude, that guy could literally have a knife, a weapon, anything like that, but he
February
just
the
came up
20th
and ran
of
up on that cop.
2017, Trooper Guild noticed a stolen motorcycle speed past him
That'd
as he
actually be
was cruising down
terrifying
US
as you're a law
Highway
enforcement
31.
officer and
He
being like
immediately
outnumbered.
turned on his lights and pursued the cyclist, attempting to initiate a traffic stop, but the driver, 21-year-old Michael Barber, had refused to comply, and at one point sped across a median and lost control of his bike.
Edward George, 910. Edward George, 910.
Why did you put your bike in the grass? That guy.
He crashed.
He ate it. He was ready to fight, though. He came out ready to fight. That was the clumsiest fall I've ever seen. Yo, they just threw a beer can at them. Did you guys see that bottle fly next to that cop? Or something. They threw something at him. What an idiot, bro.
The man who tackled the trooper was Michael's brother, 19-year-old Travis Wise. Travis then put the trooper in a chokehold, allowing Michael to dig for his service weapon. And just as the officer began to lose consciousness, 2 courageous citizens ran over to help him.
Yo. He was gonna kill that cop, 100%.
Backup soon arrived, and both Michael and Travis were secured inside of patrol cars and transported to the police station. Michael, the original subject of the arrest, was later convicted of felony counts of assault with intent to murder, third-degree fleeing and eluding, resisting and obstructing an officer with injury, assault by strangulation, attempt to disarm a police officer, assault with intent to do great bodily harm, and receiving and concealing stolen property.
Yeah,
He was
you're going to
sentenced
jail
a
for
minimum
a
of 14
while.
years in prison. Meanwhile, Travis pleaded no contest to a felony charge of assault with intent to murder and was sentenced to 15 to 50 years behind bars. The actions of those 2 kind drivers just narrowly saved Trooper Guild's life.
Man, that right there explains the factor that everything comes with a consequence. Do not make any stupid moves like that. Firstly, why did he run up and try to tackle the cop and then put the cop in a chokehold? I get it, it's your brother and all, but at the same time, you're gonna escalate that situation into a way higher matter. Like literally, your brother would have probably went to jail for like maybe 3 months to 6 months. Now you guys are looking at both 14 years for the driver of the motorcycle, and his brother's now looking at 15 to 50 years. Stupid decisions, man. Stupid decisions. And what were they trying to accomplish? Like what was their goal? Just to get away? I mean, like at the end of the day, if they already have the plate, they already know where you live, they already have your information, there's no really way that you can escape the factor of the consequence that you committed against the law. So at the end of the day, why make a stupid decision escalate into a higher decision where you're going to be incarcerated now and told what to do for the next 14 to 15 years of your life or more? Makes no sense to me. People just need to sit and evaluate things before they do things. Like your actions that you do on any scene with a law enforcement officer will always justify in court because everything's held in front of a jury, especially if it's severe like that. That was too much. That is way too much.
But there are some calls that only certain citizens can answer. Armed citizens, that is.
What?
Okay, just keep doing what you're doing, okay?
On February the 10th of 2022, police received multiple phone calls stating that 2 of their neighbors were shooting at each other from their homes. The dispute allegedly begins when one man was burning
I can't believe
a pile
this kind of stuff
garbage on his
happens.
property, and the smoke blew into the other man's home, causing an argument that escalated into a shootout.
911.
My name is Haley. I live at 3021 Green Valley Drive. My neighbor, 2 houses to the stop sign, is out there shooting his 12 gauge just at the neighbors behind us.
And he's shooting at the neighbors?
Oh my gosh.
He was shooting into the air, but we live in a very crowded neighborhood.
1 second here. Just stay inside your house, okay?
Oh, yeah. Nope, I'm in. Yeah, there's multiple rounds now.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, stay inside and be safe.
The sheriff's deputies arrived
Also,
on
props
scene
to
moments later,
dispatchers, though. I
and
don't feel
first
like they get a
approached
lot
60-year-old Joel
of,
Young, who
how you
was
say,
standing on his porch waving a
shout outs
shotgun.
or ignition
Joel had some carefully selected
what they do.
words for the officers.
But I mean, dispatchers are your first reference of law enforcement, fire, paramedics. Like, they have to be quick at their job and do diligent with their job. So respect to dispatchers and what they all have to deal with.
I don't know what this guy's name is. Hey, Ron, you want to go back in the house? Negative. Why don't you give us the air again? The offending party is coming and going from the door yelling. I don't want to order him out till we get another person. Hey, sir.
No, it's the sheriff's office. Why don't you come out with your hands empty and talk to us? Yes, I did. Okay.
Why is everything all blurred? No, let's see.
Why don't you come out and talk to me with your hands empty?
Sheriff, I'm going to
Get the fuck out of here.
You can't read that.
People to put goddamn smoke down.
I blur that.
Take a ride on the wild side. Hit it.
Definitely intoxicated.
Drop the gun! Drop the gun!
You dropping it?
Nope. He's back in house.
PC for at least 2 counts of felony harassment. I don't know that he pointed the gun at him, but we got PC, so.
He's still yelling at us.
I mean, of course you have probable cause. PC is probable cause. And if you're shooting in the air, you already have probable cause.
Shots fired, shots fired.
I just seen those chambers fly.
Send aid! Shots fired! I'm hit!
7-4 walking.
That's a civilian.
Hey, give me the air. Shots fired. We have 2 officers hit in the head.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't have a whole lot.
Yeah! Yeah, I need aid, but we need replacements.
Yes. In the head.
We're both hit.
In the head. Both officers.
In the head.
Oh no.
I'm losing vision in my left eye.
Okay.
At that point, a civilian had joined the gunfight and was firing at the suspect as well. While the civilian and other officers provided
Man.
cover, others loaded
There's
the
a lot
injured
of blurring
officer
in
into
it
a
because I
cruiser
feel
to
like there's
rush
a
him to
lot
the
of blood.
emergency room.
The
Another
things that
deputy who was
can't
also
be
shot
really
in the head was
shown.
transported to the hospital as well. After a nearly 1.5 hour
But respect to those
standoff,
civilians
which
for
prompted
stepping up to the
arrival
plate. I
of
mean,
the
that's
SWAT team,
life and death
Joel came out of his
matters.
home and surrendered to police. For
Like
someone who just
there's a
committed
lot of other
multiple
things that you could
felonies,
be
he seemed to
doing
be
other
in a
than
rather
jumping into a
jovial mood.
gunfight. And he's going to jail for a very long time. 2 officers hit by gun shrapnel. I don't know if they were direct hits. If they were direct hits, they probably wouldn't be alive, especially in the head.
On your face! Get on your face! Get on your face! Get on
He's
your
going to
face!
jail 100% for probably 30 to 40 years.
I got the house. Hands out to your side, all the way. Jared, out of the turret.
Got SWAT on scene, or SRT.
Keep your taser on him.
Feel me. I'm coming up to the cup. Be good?
Let's go. Yep. Okay. Alan, on me. Do not fight. We're telling you right now, do not fight. Go back.
Okay, moving. Holy you guys are here for me?
He's got a bike.
I do. I don't have. Did you keep focused on it? Yeah, I don't.
What, is your car the only one over here?
What's your name? Joel.
Joel what?
Young.
Joel who?
Young.
Joel Gum?
Young.
Young. You're on body cam. Audio and
He's
video.
intoxicated.
Video recorded. Yeah.
Give me a light. Listen. Yeah. Yo. Back in the turret round. You got your...
Did I have that in my pocket? Or
Alright,
did you find
it's
it?
6:05.
It's all good.
Just listen.
Right here. I'm listening.
Okay, sir, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law.
Yeah.
You have the right at this time to talk to a lawyer and have it present with you while you're being questioned.
Yeah.
If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you for any question if you wish.
You guys got
You can
nothing to worry
decide.
about.
You can decide any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand each of these rights I've explained to you?
Sure, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Did we pat him? You can, but can I have some shoes?
He is so gone. He's gonna wake up tomorrow morning like, how did I get here?
Let's go over here.
No, I shouldn't talk to this guy. Why, are you gonna punch me in the face? I'll go to jail. No problem. You don't have to drag me. I'm good. I don't want that.
Mr. Young, anybody else inside your house?
No. My son wanted to come home. I told him not to come by. I didn't really realize you guys were out here.
Have a seat.
If I did, I would have came out a lot earlier.
I'm right. He did say this is our guy. Yes. Yeah.
They were yelling at you,
I'm
sheriff's
the one that
office.
throw me in.
Sit down, please.
I'm trying. I have no shoes on. So I'm standing on rocks, okay? You can shoot me if you want. Alright?
Is he suicidal?
Sure. I'm not going to cause you any problems.
Joel was then
putting a
transported to the
seatbelt on
police
you, my guy.
station, and the 2 injured officers who were taken to the hospital miraculously survived, but it took them an entire year to fully recover.
Oh
they later
my
described the full
gosh.
extent of their injuries, saying that they were hit in the face and head and still had pellets lodged in their sinuses and skin and various parts of their body. Both of the officers suffered injuries to
Oh,
the face, and
that
one had
is
caused to go blind in his
miserable.
left eye for several weeks. After their year-long recovery, the duo bravely returned to patrolling Peaceful Valley, and a month after their return, they were awarded the Medal of Honor. But as for Joel, he was hit with a
I
total
still
of
think
11
that that's
charges,
awesome that those civilians
first-degree
jumped
assault
in.
while armed with a firearm, second-degree assault while armed with a firearm, felony harassment, 2 counts of first-degree attempted murder.
I was about to say, where's the
6
attempted
counts of
murder at?
reckless endangerment. He's being held on a $5 million bond. Pretty ironic for a place called Peaceful Valley, I would say.
You know for a fact he's not gonna see the light of day for a while, other than the park yard for the prison. I mean, dude, this is why. I would have just filed a 911 call saying that my neighbor's burning trash in their front yard and smoke's getting in my house. Had a law enforcement officer come handle the scene. There's no need for guns, necessities, or anything like that. That to me goes back to the point of people escalate things higher than they need to be because they don't use common sense and they don't think before they do. And unfortunately, 2 officers got hurt, and thankfully no civilians got hurt, especially the civilians that hopped in, returned fire towards this guy, and could have been possibly killed or severely injured during this scene just to protect law enforcement. That to me right there is true heroes, to the factor that they started returning fire for the law enforcement officers while 2 were hit and 1 was needing assistance. So I mean, bravo to those people, and thankfully nobody died. Like I always say, that situation could have been way worse than the outcome that was received.
But this next case is just what you would expect from the good old land of Florida.
Good old land of Florida. Florida's always got some crazy stuff that
On
happens.
October the 24th of 2023, a BOLO alert was sent out for a stolen vehicle
BOLO's
being
like
driven by
a
39-year-old Michael Prouty.
Vehicle that's
Earlier
wanted.
that day, Michael had broken into an elderly woman's home
And already had
stolen her
past
purse,
experiences.
cell phone, and car keys, and proceeded to drive away with her car.
Or Mark
Upon
stolen,
being spotted by
like that.
Sergeant Beauty, a short while later, he hit the gas and sped away from the officer.
He's bounced up the street. I got him in visual. He turned northbound by the thrift store.
Hot speed pursuit. I feel like that part of being a cop would be fun. Hot speed pursuits.
He's now, he just crashed at 40 and Pine. 40 and Pine, signal 4.
Crash out.
Is he bailing?
10-4 to white male bailing. White male, brown shirt. He's in the Jimmy John's parking lot. He's now at Starbucks.
Michael crashed into multiple vehicles before running into a nearby Starbucks drive-thru and attempting to carjack an unsuspecting citizen.
Oh.
He's right there. He's taking that car. He's taking the car. Show me your hands! Show me your hands!
That's a civilian right there. He went to go kick his butt.
Hey! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Get on the ground now!
Hey, let him go! Let him go! Let him go! Back up! Back up! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Now! Guys! Get on the ground! Hands behind your back! Hands! Hands! Hands!
Bro, that guy was built, bro. He was stocky. He was gonna mess that man up. That's awesome, though. He stepped right out and he was ready to tackle him. He was ready to send him.
Let it go! Get your hands out! Get your hands out now! Get your hands out now! You got one behind his back. I gotta see. I gotta see. I gotta see. I gotta see. All right, cuff him up. Huh? Okay, hang on. Stand. I can see. Yeah. Sit up, bud.
Idiot.
What you got?
One citizen was able to
Literally had him in a
while
bear
second
hug.
civilian caught him and held him long enough for officers to catch up.
He's like,
Michael
"Get
was then
on
placed
me,
under
bro."
arrest and subsequently
Threw
hit
him
with
right to the
charges
cops,
from
right
two
to the
separate
ground.
jurisdictions: grand theft of a vehicle, home invasion, and battery on a person over 65 in Sumter County, while resisting an officer with violence, resisting an officer without
You are just
violence,
dumb.
battery on a law enforcement officer, depriving an officer means of protection or communication, attempted carjacking, fleeing and eluding police, 2 counts of leaving the scene of an accident with injuries.
Bro, that rap sheet for
6
that
counts of
judge
leaving the
is
scene of an accident with
insane.
property damage in Ocala. He's currently being held in Marion County Jail without bond. While his reckless driving may have endangered people on the road,
A civilian though that hopped out, he was in demon time. Like, he was not playing. He got in that passenger side, bro, and he just started macking on him. People don't understand that, like, bystanders are still bystanders. You don't have a lethal weapon, you might actually get murked. Like, you have a 50-50 chance that you're gonna get murked by, like, literally anybody. Like, it could literally be some beefy dude or redneck or something like that. It could be literally anyone. Somebody has even like a woman pulling out a gun out of her purse, like trying to carjack somebody. It's not uncommon for women to also carry guns in their purse. Did you just imagine trying to steal a car and all of a sudden you hear a shot go off and it's through your chest? Dumb. Everybody literally carries weapons now these days. But I am very impressed with how fast that civilian reacted. He was in that passenger door already swinging at him. He literally chased him before the cops to give him a bear hug and then threw him towards the cop. Respect. And that guy deserves a Medal of Honor for taking that righteousness
The
act.
next insane suspect intentionally targeted drivers while shooting at vehicles on the highway. On April 10th of 2023, commuters were making their way down Interstate 5
in the roadway
when
shooting
suddenly
at people.
31-year-old Felipe
Idiot.
Manzo appeared on the highway walking in between lanes. Moments later, he produces a gun and begins firing at random cars in an attempt to carjack multiple drivers.
No cap, if I was that car, bro, and I seen that he had a gun, I would have just put my head down and gassed it straight up. Bounced off like a bouncy ball. In that predicament, I'm not gonna risk my life over somebody trying to carjack me. That ain't happening. Like, I'm gonna go GTA style on him or something. People are just dumb. Like, it literally takes one person to duck and go, and like you get smacked and ran over and you're dead. Simple as it is. And what was the purpose of this? This car broke down? Is that his car up there on the right hand median? You can see the laser pointer.
Felipe had managed to get inside of a semi-truck and was holding the driver at gunpoint when Trooper Tuttle arrives on scene, and upon noticing the approaching cruiser, Felipe hops out of the truck and attempts to run away but is apprehended by the trooper.
Homie just fell. Straight up ate the dirt. Straight up just ate it there.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground now! Get on the ground! Counting 1, 254 north. He's got a gun. Get on the ground now! Hey!
Shots. Oh, he's hit. 100% he's hit. Yeah. 100%.
Get on the ground!
He just kept moving though.
Get on the ground now! Get on the ground! Counting 1, 254 north. He's got a gun. Get on the ground now! Hey!
That would be terrifying.
I'm hit! I'm hit! Hold it in!
Those reloading skills though are on point.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
We're looking at not passing.
Cops very lucky to be alive. There were shots everywhere around him.
He's still moving. I was hit by something. I don't know what. You got a rifle in the gun in the car? Yeah. You want me to get it, or you want me to hold him? I'm just going to Canada. I left my gun at home. You're going to Canada? I'm on my way to Canada, so you want me to hold him, or you want me to get your rifle? Just stay back there. Okay. Can I see your badge again? Yeah. Retired out of Pierce County, Washington.
44 copy. 9723, be advised. Traffic call back from Tim Mission.
Yeah, I'm on. Copy, copy, copy.
Troy 40, he's still moving, he's on the ground across the creek. I was hit by something.
You're lucky that you were just barely hit. You could have been dead. The luck factor in these videos is just astonishing. Like,
9723, they've got
oh man.
subject down in the wood line east of the freeway. We're in the C lane.
Copy, in the C lane.
No secondary on.
Bleeding. I was hit by something. He might have.
Do sweeps on him. I'll hold cover. Okay.
You're not been hit at
East
all?
Pierce County.
Okay, you're not hit at all?
I was hit by something.
Okay. Do you feel any blood or?
No.
Do not reach
for anything. Okay. He had something with a blue light that was pointing at me.
Okay.
It looked like he was trying to carjack some people.
I don't see him at all.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Shots fired! Shots fired! Subject's down! 1299! Fuck!
Is this after or before? Before, like, backup. It's got to be before backup arrived because I don't see. Yeah, there's a civilian running up on the left. That's like showing what happened, and he's over there crawling on the ground.
I don't know what.
You got a rifle in the gun in the car?
Yeah.
You want me to get it, or you want me to hold him? I'm just going to Canada. I left my gun at home.
You're going to Canada?
I'm on my way to Canada, so you want me to hold him, or you want me to get your rifle?
Just stay back there.
Okay.
Can I see your
Oh
badge
my
again?
goodness.
Retired out of Pierce County,
Dude,
Washington.
and the insanity of like a retired officer pulling up. Well, not retired, but like an off-duty cop pulling up and seeing this, running up with a badge up. I mean, that's pretty much insane. The factor that he was already there in the area when this all broke down.
In the hail
It's
of
insane.
gunfire, Felipe is hit
Like,
6
right place,
times
right time.
in the head, chest, and back, and died on scene. Officers found and secured the weapon he was using, a handgun with a blue laser sight, and Trooper Tuttle was subsequently transported to the nearest hospital where it was found that he'd only been grazed in the arm by a single bullet, which is miraculous given that 60 rounds were fired during the exchange.
60
According to investigators,
rounds.
13 from Felipe and 47
And you weren't hit
from Tuttle.
once.
A grand jury quickly determined that
Give
Trooper Tuttle's
a
use
blessing.
of deadly force
Well, he
was
might have been hit in
necessary,
that one area,
and
but
that
there
he
was no
allowed to
blood.
return to
He might have been
work just
grazed.
2 weeks later following administrative leave.
But I
If
will
you
say,
enjoyed
like,
this
that.
video, watch this
That's
one.
insane
And
because
don't-
that could have been absolutely way worse for him in an overall entirety. There was shots firing all around him. And I mean, the guy that was just trying to carjack people, I mean, that makes absolutely no sense. Like, why are you doing that? That makes no sense at all. But I will say for that, in those predicaments, anything can literally happen. You could get shot in the head, arm, torso, leg. It's very hard to say. And for both parties, I mean, why even risk your life unless you're that down low with your life? And I know that there's a lot of mental health issues out there for people that they don't really care if they live or die, but like, you only get one life. Why waste it doing something so irresponsible and dumb other than thinking about your actions and the consequences that may come with it? Being conscious and having common sense is so difficult to come by, I feel like, these days. even common sense alone, there's not enough of it in this world. And for people that are law enforcement that do see this video, thank you for your service and everything you do, because I would not be able to do that. I can already tell you I wouldn't want that headache. I wouldn't want to deal with any of that stuff. And for the people that jump in like that, I mean, everybody can be a hero. It just takes one decision and one act of action to show up, to be there, and as well as to be aware of what's going on. And I think everybody's goal should just be, honestly, to just spread as much kindness as you can. I know that like life may deal you bad cards, but at the end of the day, even with like, and I'm just gonna throw this into like a factor of like card play. I mean, if you get dealt a bad card, wait for the cards to switch. Make those changes, switch them yourself. The things that you're experiencing now are not forever. But I definitely do believe that people really need to just start working on common sense. Like, think about your actions and what you're doing. Other than that though, guys, if you guys did enjoy, make sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, turn on the post notifications, and as always, I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Peace.